If you want the full story, you want to know what's going on, watch B.J. Wagner.
We've hidden justice somewhere in the law, and we can't find it.
Violence Against Women and Children Act funds, VAWA funds. If a dad pays $100, the federal government gives the state another $100, and the state pays the family court judge's salary, which I think gives a bias to the family court judge to just maximize those child support payments. Keep them up because it helps balance the budget. Some of that money then comes from the state legislature down to the county and to the judge's pension. As president, Paul, you would have the option to veto out those funds and cut off federal funding to the states to take out the incentive for CPS to lie in court, to create more non-custodial parents.
Yeah,
would you abolish those VAWA funds as
I would do whatever I can, because obviously it's not a proper program, and it sounds very messy, and the federal government shouldn't even be involved at all, unless it happens to be some military personnel or something like that, but they don't have any jurisdiction. If you feel strongly enough about this, it might veto the whole bill. But I don't think the federal government should be involved at all in that. I don't understand it nearly as well as you do, but it's a mess. The federal government doesn't help. So, you know, proposing a budget, I would never propose a budget with that kind of money, you know, in, but it would be working with the Congress, and most likely it would be in a bill that I'd be vetoing anyway, so that would just be more of incentive to veto the bill. This should be, problems like this should be dealt with at a local level. They should be dealt with, you know, court rulings and laws of contract and obligations, and parents have obligations, and to sort that all out. It's something that should be done with local government, not the federal government.
Okay, Dr. Paul, appreciate your time. William Wagner for On Second Thought with Dr. Paul here, January 31st. So as president, you would cancel these bills that provide federal funding to the states for the amount of money they extract from non-custodial parents.
Absolutely. The federal government shouldn't be involved, so I'm sure they wouldn't be an isolated vote. It would be in a bill with a lot of appropriations, which I wouldn't endorse because I'd probably be vetoing the bill, for other reasons. But I would also have to be persuasive and talk to the Congress and try to tell people that these are bad programs so that they don't put them in. Of course, if I'm to be the president, there's going to be a move in this direction anyway. There'll be different members of Congress, so it would be a much easier task than under current conditions.
When this bill comes up every 2 years, is it something you ever notice, or it's just in another bill?
It's in another bill, and I'm not supporting the other bill, you know, the other things in the bill either. It's probably, you know, Health and Human Services, HHS.
Right.
And that's many billions of dollars, and probably 99% of it shouldn't be spent. And
right.
That's the kind of thing that is just totally out of control.
Were you aware of the William Christian case in San Jose, California? He spent almost 7 years locked up in prisons because he never got a jury trial, he never got a judge trial, but spent the full length of time they could have given him a simple domestic violence issue. Never got a trial.
This is obviously, you know, how our justice system is so corrupted. And I've heard of that case. I didn't know the details of it, but there are so many types of cases like this and other non-violent crimes that people don't get a fair trial and they're put in prison sometime for life.
As President Paul, every year we lose about 100,000 non-custodial parents literally die. They literally die from being beat up in court. Wilbur Street died from the stress. At age 44, he was a dead computer genius because of the stress. As President Paul, we have probably 18 million people paying child support. In any given day, there's 100,000 locked up in county jails for simply having lost their job because their job went to India or Mexico or Pakistan, and they can't pay their child support. So judges throw them in jail, and sometimes they say this is a felony.
This sounds like old-fashioned debtor's prison, which I thought was, you know, out of vogue, but evidently it's still around and still a big problem. The president can invoke a lot of leadership on it and move people to do it, but denial of the funds would be the most important thing the federal government can do.
Thank you very much,
very
Dr.
good.
Paul. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. Good to talk to you.
Just to have caravanned here to Michigan today. The men, the women, the children, the grandparents coming out. That's what Fathers for Justice is all about. We wouldn't be here if we actually got our kids. A law was written as such to where there was equality. And until that day happens, we will continue to fight. We're building our army, and we will we will succeed in taking back our children. I'm looking all around here, and I know we've been gone long, and I see many females out there.
The family law system of this country is degenerated to the point where it is little more and nothing less than a system of organized crime.
Yeah.
We have reached the stage where the lawbreakers sit on the bench and pass sentence against law-abiding citizens. Throughout this country, in virtually every jurisdiction, American citizens have been subject to what is nothing less than a quiet reign of terror. A terror that uses children as weapons against their parents.
Throw more money on top to keep me in contempt. And this is what has been going on. Regardless of all that, it's not about the welfare of children. It's about money for them.
I'm not an attorney. I'm a way better attorney than 99 other people in here, but I didn't go to law school. I don't have anything to do legal research. They took all the books out of the law library.
Are they still gone?
Oh yeah. Not only that, but I complained in court 2 weeks ago that they were deleting everybody's files from the word processor. You know their solution? They took the word processor out last week.
So you have no word processor.
So as president, you would cancel these bills that provide federal funding to the states for the amount of money they extract from non-custodial parents.
Absolutely. The federal government shouldn't be involved.